Hi everyone. So today we want to show you a little bit of the IV pump and teach you how to change the rate on a primary bag or primary infusion, and then how to hang secondary piggyback, maybe like an antibiotic, something like that. So we'll go ahead and zoom in, and you can see we have a primary bag hanging here. And you can see the letter A here and the letter B. A would be for a primary, and it says that it's pumping and the light is flashing, so you know that your primary is infusing. When you look at the screen here, you can see the word rate and volume infused. Your rate is how fast it's going into the patient. Right now it's set at 20, and let's say that you have an order to increase your patient's rate to 150 mLs an hour. So we'll show you that. If you click the letter A for your primary rate, A, takes you here. You have rate set as 20. VTBI stands for volume to be infused, and that is how much you want to give the patient, and that would be like your whole bag of 1,000 mLs. And so right now it's set for 988. So if we want to change the rate, because the physician or nurse practitioner increased the rate on the patient to 150, then we're going to select 150. And then you can arrow down, and your volume to be infused is correct because the bag is pretty much full, and then your duration tells you that it will run out in 6 hours and 35 minutes, so that can kind of give you a little heads up of how long until you need to replace the bag. And then you would hit start. And this is a little safety check. It just wants you to confirm that your rate is at 150 and your volume to be infused is at 988. If that's correct, you select yes. And then you'll hear the pump kind of change over a little bit. It's going to start running a little bit faster. And you can see that the light is still flashing. Now, let's say that your patient had a medication that was due, an antibiotic, and that's via piggyback. So we have an example here. And we'll say that you've already scanned everything into the computer and done your 6 writes with your patient, and you're ready to hang everything. So we have a secondary tubing set here. We reuse things in the lab, so it might not have the covers on them, but in real life you would of course be using something brand new every time. So we have our hanger. I'll set that here. And the other thing in the lab that we do is we use golf tees because we reuse our IV bags. So pull this out when it's upright. Don't turn it this way and pull it out, or it's all going to spill. So you can just take this out. Always make sure that your clamp is closed. You can spike it. Hang it up. And then a key with a medication is you don't want to undo the roller clamp and then all of the medication spills out, because that's wasted medication that the patient isn't getting. So you want to do it really slowly over your garbage, making sure that you keep this tip sterile. So I'm just going to release this slowly, and you'll see the medication kind of start to work its way down. There's just a little bit of air bubbles coming out now. And then because this is going to be an antibiotic that's set on the pump, I want to do an alcohol swab on the port right here. And then you can hook it in. Now that it's hooked in, I can go ahead and open up my roller clamp. And now we're ready to program the pump. So you want to click B for your secondary. It's set up for piggyback mode, so you can arrow down. Your rate would be whatever you, it depends on the medication, but you would look in your drug book for that. Let's say that this medication is supposed to be at 100 mLs an hour, so I'm going to do my rate at 100. And then the VTBI is the volume to be infused. That's how much you want to give. This bag is 50 mLs, and I want to give the whole bag because I want the patient to get the whole medication. So I'm going to set it for 50. And my duration is going to be 30 minutes, and then I'm going to push start. And then again, it's wanting me to confirm it, so 100 mLs to infuse 50 mLs to the patient, and I'll say yes. And then you can see this one is paused, and it is taking over for the antibiotic. Now I just need to put my hanger on, and your piggyback always goes higher than your primary bag.